Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens. Both teams have outside chances of getting to the playoffs. This game's played in Baltimore. Pittsburgh won the first game 20-19. Ben Roethlisberger had their last game. I thought that he didn't play that well. He threw the ball an awful lot, but they got the job done against Cleveland and won the football game. It's going to be his last hurrah in the NFL. Most likely this will be his last game. I think he's going to go out and play well. But what really excites me about the Steelers, Najee Harris, what he's been able to do. He's got 7 rushing touchdowns, 7 receiving touchdowns. He's a huge part of this Pittsburgh Steeler offense. And even though their offensive line didn't play that well this year, I thought they got better during the season. Pittsburgh is getting 5.5 points playing at Baltimore. With the Ravens, you don't know who's going to be their quarterback. Is it going to be Lamar Jackson? Is he going to come back off the ankle injury? Tyler Huntley hasn't played that bad in his 3 starts, coach of this season.
No, he really hasn't. But let's look at Pittsburgh. I agree with you about Harris. Earlier in the year, he made some of the best runs I've seen just getting back to the line of scrimmage because the offensive line hadn't been particularly well. They also have not protected Roethlisberger. What I don't understand is people saying this is the last game that Big Ben is going to play in the NFL. It might be the last game he plays for the Pittsburgh Steelers, but he doesn't have an awful lot of receivers. He doesn't have great protection, but he has grown for 3,496 yards, Mark, 21 touchdowns, only 9 interceptions. He's got them with a winning record. They're going to end up having a winning or not having another losing season when you look at it. But I think that it's going to be very, very difficult for Pittsburgh to win this game, regardless who the quarterback is. I know Lamar Jackson, earlier in the year, they thought he was the NFL Player of the Year, and he might have been had he been able to stay healthy. However, when I watch the Ravens play, there's not a lot of difference whether Huntley's a quarterback or Lamar Jackson. They look alike. They both can run. They both throw the ball very, very well. And let's remember this. They have lost 5 in a row. The Ravens had 5 in a row, Mark, by a total. 4 of those losses were by a total of 5 points. 3 times they lost by 1 point. 1 time they lost by 2 points. So they're very, very close. Now, the chances of making the playoff are very slim for both teams. In order for them to make the playoff, the Jacksonville Jaguars have to be able to beat the head of the conference. And I don't think that's going to happen with the Bills.
When I look at this game and breaking it down, I'll tell you what, Mark Andrews is a heck of a tight end. He's big in the red zone. They give him the ball. The Steelers know how to take care of that. But I'm looking at T.J. Watt. What a heck of a game he had against Cleveland in their last game. He had 4 sacks, multiple tackles for losses, hits on the quarterback, a forced fumble. This guy's been all over the place. He's got 21.5 sacks on the season. I look for him to make a big impact in this game. And if this is Big Ben's last game, I know they were all out against Cleveland because that was a division or rivalry. That was at home. Even on the road, I think they want to get this win for Big Ben. I think this team will circle the wagons. They're getting 5.5 points. I get the Steelers winning this game outright, 27-24.
Well, I don't think the Steelers are going to win. I think Baltimore is going to prevail 24-22 because they don't want to have a losing record no matter how you twist or turn it. But it will be a heck of a football game. And unfortunately, it isn't going to have playoff implications because of the fact that the Bills would have to lose to the Jaguars, and I just don't think that's going to happen. So I look for Baltimore to prevail in this football game, 24-22. And Baltimore's going to sit in the offseason and say, we were so close. How did we lose 4 games by a total of 5 points? That was the difference in whether they won the division or not. So I think Baltimore prevails 24-22. And I make this prediction. Big Ben will be with some team next year.